What's up guys, it's Phil, it's the new year, and that means it's time for another update. So 2019, new year, new truck, new style of doing my videos. So I've decided that going forward in 2019, I'm going to start making my videos where instead of being long montages of all the cool stuff I'm doing, I want to do shorter videos that are a little more interesting, that are more of like 1 to 2 projects at a time, or just a shorter span of time. So if I do 5 projects in a week, I'm going to show all of those. If I do, 3 large projects in a month, I'm going to show those. And just try and make it more interesting and try and make these things shorter. But with that being said, check out my new truck. So I'm super stoked on this thing. I'm not excited about the fact that the reason I got it is because I blew the engine in my old truck. I was really happy to have an old 1991 truck, and it had 90,000 original miles on it, had the inline 6, which is supposed to last forever. That's the same thing I heard when I had the Grumman Olson bread truck, which you may or may not remember, and that thing, as much as I loved it, same deal. It had a motor that's supposed to last forever and be easy to fix, and it was never easy to fix. It was hard to work on, hard to diagnose, and very expensive. So I wound up selling my Honda Element to buy that thing, fix it up, sold it to a guy who's building a food truck, paid it off and put a down payment on my trailer, went and bought this truck cash and thought, hey, this will be awesome, and now the motor has blown. So I now have a 2008 F-150, 90,000 miles, which is great. It has a whole bunch of upgrades, a lot more space for the kids, but unfortunately I have a car bill now, which I haven't had in the last couple of years, but I've spent more repairing these stupid old vehicles that keep breaking down and are harder to fix than paying a monthly bill on a vehicle. So we'll see how that pans out. It's just one more expense. Why not just pay it, right? Other than that, I am finishing up some of the projects that I had after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. A couple of built-ins, so you probably saw those at the tail end of my last video, the last update, just because that's how these things work. But I'm kind of going in cycles. So for Thanksgiving I had a ton of dining tables, then I had a bunch of built-ins after Christmas. I've got a bunch of built-ins to finish up after I do this series of dining tables I'm about to be doing. So now that all that's out of the way, let's go ahead and get this video started. So this month, one of the cool things that I've got is a very large modern style desk that I'm working on for a local company here. So I'm actually going to be starting that at the beginning of this coming week. And then I think I've got a couple of dining tables that I'm starting. I'm not sure which one I'm starting yet, so I've got to check my calendar. But we'll get those all going and get all these dining tables and get this desk done, because a lot of these are due this month or by the beginning of February. So for my New Year's resolutions, I decided that I was going to get my business together. That means actually getting my bank account set up, making sure my taxes and stuff are set up the way they're supposed to, and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, in the eyes of the law and other people, so that I have the insurances and whatnot that I'm supposed to have. And I have some of that, but I'm not a good business person. I don't know how to actually run a business, and I'm trying to get smarter people than me to help me run my business so that I can focus on doing the actual projects. So that'll be an overarching storyline that I'll update as I go. The other really resolution that I had was just to clean and organize my shop. All last year I tried to make this place bigger and better, and I've come up with a million options, and I just don't have the money, although I do have the space, to have a bigger shop. So I'm either going to wind up with another massive building and putting some tools in there and upgrade some of my other stuff, or the main thing I can do now is go ahead and finish organizing this shop. Instead of just having stuff lying around here and there and having a lot of wasted space, I want to actually use a lot of this space to store stuff and get this place cleaned up and a little bit better organized so I can be more efficient. And with that, I need to clean up outside, so I'm going to go ahead and get on that and then get in here and finish up some of the last little bits of the current projects I've got and get started on these tables. Alright, so Yoshi and I are on our way to go and pick up some supplies for this desk that I'm going to be starting today. I'm hoping to get this thing done as quick as possible, you know, just because I want to get it out, get it done. It's a super super cool project. It just fit at a weird time in my schedule, so I'm not super stoked on how long it's taken me. But I'll get these supplies and get this thing rocked out as quick as I can. Go from there. It's Thursday, and I've gotten pretty far. The desk is almost done. I got all the paint on before it got too cold last night, and I got some polyurethane on the piece that goes across the front. All I have to do is drill the access holes for electricity and put the LEDs in, and it's going to be good to go. So I'm excited about that. That one piece is basically going to pay for my week, which will be nice because that means I can tackle something else that's been weighing on me pretty heavily right now. So this shop is a mess, and it always has been. I came in here, I tore out the horse stall, I put in a somewhat decent floor. It's not level, but it doesn't really matter because all my stuff is level. But one of the biggest problems I have here is wasted space, and I've not actually done anything to tackle that, but I am actually adding more tools and trying to figure out how to be more efficient. I'm constantly running out of space because of storage issues, so one of the main things I need to do in here is just organize. The way I think I'm going to do that is by putting in some cabinets. And I've talked about this on my updates before, but I'm planning on putting some cabinets underneath my assembly table, underneath all of these tools here, and building a miter saw station over here. I pretty much have everything set where I want it to be, which is one of the main reasons that none of this was really permanent. But I have no real space for my table saw except right here in front of the barn doors, and that's fine because I'm usually milling larger pieces that need to have a place to go, and they can go out the front doors no problem when it's warm. In here though, I've got a router table that I never use because it's covered in crap and a whole bunch of other stuff that I don't have a lot of access to. Plus all this plywood and other like furniture pieces and chairs and things like that that need storage. I just don't have that kind of storage. So I'm going to try to get a storage solution, but for now, I'm going to just clean up, organize the shop, and build some awesome cabinets. that. No montage. Yeah, I forgot to record on this camera because it was just, I was under time constraint and wanted to get this thing done quick. And my time-lapse camera, both my batteries died quickly. I'm not sure what happened. But anyway, check this out. So this turned out really, really cool. I've still got some work to do, and I decided not to do any face trim because these are just shop cabinets and I just don't care. As much as I'd love for this shop to be pristine and perfect, it's never gonna even be this clean again, so it doesn't really matter. The miter saw station turned out really, really nice. I've got to put a dust collection system in, so I'm gonna put up some baffles behind these saws and make it so that they can collect the dust and suck it right out of here. But it is looking pretty good so far. We've got some shelving up above that, and it still is empty because I just don't have enough stuff. I've got so much more room now. On the other side, I went ahead and put my tools over where my miter saw used to be and added a cabinet that is just beautiful. I put some drawer faces on it, and they are huge and heavy duty, and they aren't even full because once again, I now have more storage than I do stuff, which is a good problem to have. I cleared out some space in front of my clamps, and I also made some room underneath my assembly table, which used to be dead space, and now it's so much space I don't even know what to do with it. So I'm just kind of storing stuff under there for now, and eventually I'll put some stuff inside these cabinets and some shelves and whatnot. I organized my hardwood scraps, and I literally went through and grabbed every single piece that was stored in this shop somewhere and thought, can I use this or will I not use this, and either threw it away, put it in the burn pile, or stored it somewhere where I can use it later. So I'm very excited about the way this turned out. It all looks really awesome. It all opened up my space a lot more, and it actually makes me happy. It put me in a much better mental space to go into the next series of projects that I'm gonna be doing, and it's awesome. I don't know if you can really tell in the video, but this is a ton of space. Honestly, I think there's more space in here now than when I first moved in just because the place is organized better. So, if you're like me and you don't know how to organize and you have a really badly set up shop, I would love to see how you have gone through and reorganized your shop when you finally figured out how to feng shui it or whatever it is that you want to do to make it work for you. But I'm pretty happy with this. So on that note, I'm going to end this update. I know that all I did was the mega desk and this shop revamp, but I told you I was going to keep them shorter so they're a little more fun to watch. I'm sure I've already got a long montage on here anyway, so it's probably still a long video, but this looks great. I'm super happy, and now I'm getting ready to get started on some dining tables. So check out my next update. You will see all the dining tables on that one. Definitely check out my Instagram. On all platforms, I am at PMK Woodworking. That is Facebook, that is Instagram, that is Twitter. I think there's a underscore. I think it's PMK underscore Woodworking on Twitter, but that's just my Instagram boosted over to Twitter. I don't ever do anything on Twitter anyway. Check out Yoshi. He is at Chillest Shiba on Instagram. That's Chillest Shiba. He hangs out at my work site and just does nothing, but he's trying to get followers and boost himself up, so help his ego out a little bit. He needs a little bit of a boost. It's winter, it's cold, he wants some love. But hey, check me out and follow me on Instagram to see my current stuff in between these video updates. I've got a couple of DIYs that are going to be coming out soon, so look for those on there. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe, hit button, and do the things that you got to do to make sure that you're getting new videos and with things that I post and stuff like that, because YouTube and all that. Hey guys, like this video, share this video, and we will see you next time. Bye!